Hello all my naturally minded friends. Today I want to show you how to make your own easy mayonnaise, ranch, and Caesar dressing, all from common kitchen ingredients that you most likely have on hand already. This doesn't take long and you use similar ingredients in all three. Now I have some eggs here, some avocado oil. You can use olive oil or other oil. I prefer the avocado because it doesn't have a very strong flavor. So my kids like it a lot better than the olive oil. And I have some garlic powder, some pepper, some salt, dill, and some onion flakes. You can also have parsley. I'm just out of it at this time. I have honey for sweetener. You can use sugar. I have some Grana Padano cheese from Costco. It's just a stronger flavored, older cheese. You can use Parmesan as well. I have mustard, I have vinegar, some canning jars, you can put it in whatever, some plastic lids. I also have a few garlic on hand, a spatula, spoon, cutting board, and a knife. Now I always like to use my Bosch mixer, but if you have something else, let me know how it works. I use the blender attachment on there. So first I put in a couple eggs. And you mix them. Just for a few seconds. Then you're going to add your vinegar. Just a shot, about a tablespoon of vinegar. Then for the mayonnaise, I like to add in a little bit of mustard, which you don't have to do, but this gives it kind of the Dutch mayonnaise taste. And if you're Dutch at all, you know what I mean. I add a little bit of honey. Now go ahead and add sugar if you like to do that. About a tablespoon, I just pour it in. And then a little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper, a few shakes of that, and give that a mix again. Okay, now comes a little bit trickier part where you take your oil and you slowly add it in while it's mixing, and it should slowly thicken. Pour it in too fast, slowly drizzle it, but until there gets enough in there compared to the other ingredients, it's not going to get thick. Here that's thick, but have a look and see. I do usually about half, a little less of a blender. If you do more than that, I find it has a hard time mixing, and then you end up with your oil sitting on the top, and when you blend that in, it goes thin again. Okay, so I think that's good. So I'm going to pour that in my canning jar. Now I usually have a little extra container on hand where I put the extra from all the dressings that don't fit in the jar. And then from that, I just mix it together with a spoon when I'm done, and we use that as chip dip or veggie dip. And there we go, we have the nice creamy yellow mayonnaise. Now there's no need to clean your blender in between. If you like to, go ahead, but you're using mainly the same ingredients anyhow. So once again, we're going to start with 2 eggs. Blend those up. Add about a tablespoon of vinegar. Blend it up again. Now you're going to add your honey or other sweetener. And for the ranch, you're going to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I like to add quite a decent amount of dill. I'd say about half a tablespoon. And then a little bit of onion flakes, a little bit of garlic. Now if I had parsley, I'd add that in, but we're out today. I don't add the mustard to this one. Give that a blend again. And then start adding oil. We have some nice, thick, creamy, white ranch dressing. Look at that. So we'll put that in our jar again. And we'll put the extra in our little dip container here. Now if you would add your oil and thicken it and then add your spices on top of this and turn it on, your dip would go thin again when you turn the blender on. Do not throw it away, just pour it into a container if this happens. Sometimes it will go thin because you're pouring the oil in too fast. So what you do then is you start over, you put your 2 eggs in again, blend, vinegar, blend, and then you add your oil slowly in. Once it starts thickening, then you can slowly start adding your mix that went thin again, and it should be fine. With the Caesar, we start with our egg. Add our vinegar. like to add a fresh garlic or two. Press it on with the side of your knife to peel, works the best. Throw that in. Depends how garlicky you like it. It does take a little while in the fridge to blend the flavors together. I like to add a little bit of my Parmesan or my Grana Padano cheese from Costco. I just love this one. And then I would add parsley if I had a little bit of that. Actually, a little bit of lemon juice is really good in here as well. And I am out of lemon juice again as well today. But we'll add a drop of lemon essential oil right away. A little bit of the honey. I like a little salt and pepper in there as well. A little more pepper in this dressing maybe than the other ones. We'll add a drop of lemon essential oil. Now these essential oils I use in my baking and cooking a lot. They're so handy to have on hand. They last a lot longer and they take up a lot less room than spices. Give it a mix. This smells so good. Now with your essential oils, you want to make sure you use a high quality, trusted, food grade essential oil because otherwise it could contain toxins and perfumes. Personally, I love the Young Living essential oils and trust them. I use them for everything. So if you've never used these, give me a call and I can talk to you about them and how the best and cheapest way to order them is. Dump that in the jar. After a while you get kind of a feel for how big your jar is and how much to make. And there we go. We have a mayonnaise, a ranch, a Caesar, and some dip. Now that didn't take long at all. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so and hit like.